Here, go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it.
Here, over here.
Yeah.
Don't walk around.
Oh,
So the one book that I needed to finish this project, or I guess this presentation, I forgot at home. Lucky I live 5 minutes away from the library because today's a library day, and I am gonna go back. My mom came with me to the library, so she's just gonna hold down the fort, the table that we're sitting at. It's early in the morning too, so it's not that busy in the library. The library does get super busy, which I like that people are still coming to the library. Let me just fix this. So, I do like the fact that people still come to the library. I think that's super cool. Because of the fact that, like, I still have a library card, actually. And not a lot of people do. We're in 2025 now. Happy New Year, everybody. And I can't believe that, well, not that I can't believe, I've been going to the library ever since I was a kid, so I have no trouble with librarying. But anyways, I'm doing a presentation for personal training coaches and getting them to understand how to approach nutrition with their clients. And the one book that I needed, I left at home. So I live like 5 minutes away from the library, which works in my favor. My mom did come with me to the library because she wanted to like get out the house and do some work. So I'm just driving back quickly to grab my book and bring it with me. Yesterday I tried working on the presentation. I take mine. I got asked to do this presentation like literally 3 days ago on Monday when I was at the gym. And I was like, okay. He said Thursday, and I was like, okay. Yeah, Mom? I have it. I have my camera.
okay.
Yeah. Bye. So, yeah, so Monday I got asked to do a presentation from the manager for the personal trainers at the gym. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm totally down. When? And then he said Thursday. And I was like, Thursday? Fine, let's do it. I had a moment where I was going to say no, and I told myself, like, I looked at him and I was like, you know what, all good, like, let's do it. And in most cases, and like in retrospect, like sometimes for me when I do something last minute, I do get very overwhelmed. I'm not saying that I'm not stressed right now. I am a little tiny bit stressed because I like things to be not that I want it perfect, but I want things to be like good. Like I want to make sure I'm doing it really, really well. But with that being said, I'm also trying to figure out my style of writing. Sorry, not writing. I'm trying to figure out my style of talking and like doing when I do my speaking engagements. So as much as I'm kind of like, there's so much work to do, I'm also prepared because everything that I'm going to be talking to the coaches about is everything that I already do with my clients. So I just have to remember in that retrospect of like, it's nothing brand new. You do this with your clients. Now you're just overlaying this message to the coaches so that you can be like that person, that nutritionist, that speaker, that they come and ask you to speak to like their employees because you know what you're doing. So that's the mindset coming into this. I'm trying not to be like overthinking the process, because I know when it comes to building like presentations for me, I'm usually just like, oh, I want to add this, and I want to do this, I want to add this, and it becomes, that's where I become very overwhelmed. So I'm just trying to do what I can at my best capacity in 3 days, not to overwhelm myself and not to give too much information, because this is also my work, you know, and I want to see if the way that I do it with clients, I can also teach other coaches how to do this, and then it becomes a program. It becomes a program for clients, it becomes a program for coaches, and I'm the one that's leading it. And then it comes to maybe them like downloading this and being able to go back into this as like an online workshop place, like, you know. So I don't know, I'm thinking very far ahead, but I like that I'm thinking very far ahead. I like that I'm thinking very far ahead because of the fact that, like, you never know. So I'm going to continue driving because y'all are distracting me. And yeah, I'm going to call my boyfriend now. Bye. This is called B-roll. Okay. So one thing that's very important for me is when doing a presentation is going through a run through and just making sure like my timing is right. I remember when I first did a presentation and my mentor at the time, or whatever, teacher, he had told me to practice every single day. And I did that. And then when it came to presenting, I literally I froze a little bit. Internally, I didn't feel confident. Externally, it looked like I was confident. And I think I do a really great job playing that role. But the more I've come into doing speaking engagements, I've found my groove with it, and I'm very happy for that, because of the fact that like it can take some time finding your role, your motion in all of that. So tomorrow is the presentation. What I'm going to do right now is kind of just go through a run through with it, because I have a really bad headache. I'm not going to do a long one. Just something really quickly, just so I know where my point is, where I'm going to pause, and where I kind of just bring it all together, and make it more of a like conversation per se than me just talking to them. So I'm excited because I'm taking a program that I built for my clients and I'm presenting it to coaches. So I don't know where God is leading me with this, but I find it really cool and I'm just excited to do it. I was a little bit nervous, just coming into the first week of the new year and really just being like, oh, we're just gonna throw it and just do it. Okay, cool. But to take everything, put it together the way that I did, I think it's easy, concise, and like very easy to understand and flow through. So gonna go through this flow, and if I find that there's any mistakes that I need to make, then I'll make it. Yeah. I am in my pajamas because, well, it's like 5 o'clock in the evening. 5:30 actually. My room is such a mess, but you're not gonna see all of that. I have my handy dandy laptop here, and we're gonna do a run through just the way that I need to do it. Welcome everyone. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Alicia. I know a few of you guys here, and a lot of you guys probably see me rolling around into the gym. But today I am here to present to you a topic that is very dear to me because this is what I do with my clients. I am a nutritional practitioner and personal trainer, but I've honed into my nutrition coaching side a lot more. So the basis of this conversation is for us to get you to hone into your nutrition skills and power, and helping your clients while empowering your clients to help them transform their relationship with food. Sorry. So the basis of this talk today is for us to help you empower your clients. We're going to help you transform food relationships one meal at a time with your clients. So a little bit about me. I'm Alicia Mogent. A lot of you know me as Sia. I'm a nutritional practitioner and personal trainer. I've trained for almost 10 years now, 10 plus years as a strength coach. I also am a strength coach for off-ice figure skaters, but I am also a nutritional practitioner, and that is, again, the basis of my business. I do offer a personalized approach to healing with real food, supplementation, and movement to connect the root cause to my client's health. And the way that I did this and the way that I came about this is because I looked at myself first before I was able to help others. And within that, I was able to build a lifestyle that resonated with me and found what worked. And I took all those lessons that I've accumulated throughout the years and brought it into my own coaching. And this is how I help my clients, and this is how my clients see success. So, before we get further into it, I would like to have an open discussion, and what I would like to hear from you is, how do you guide your clients in developing effective nutrition strategies? So from here on out, anyone can just talk. Don't care if you raise your hand. I would just like to know how you approach nutrition with your clients when they ask you about help with nutrition, or is it something that you lead with off the bat while you're doing your programs? Okay, I'm going to cut it here because this is going to be a little bit longer. I am recording myself. I like to record myself so I can listen back because I do have a headache again. Recording myself is going to do me great because I won't have to do this recording, and I won't have to look at my screen anymore. I'll just have to listen. So if you're somebody that loves to or is looking to get in speaking engagements with your business or something on the side, I highly recommend going through a practice run. I don't always make like cue notes. This one I'm not doing cue notes for because I really do this every single day. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to freehand it. Most cases, I do not freehand my presentations. But in terms of, I'm more prepared for this than anything, and I've honed into it. But now the next speaking engagements that I have that are coming up in March and a little bit further into the year, those ones are going to take a lot more time, and I'll actually walk you guys through what I do with those presentations another time. But yeah, cue notes are really great to have if that's something that, if this is something that sparks your interest. So yeah, I'm going to cut this because this is going to be a longer session than normal. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I get super nervous when I have to do any type of presentation. Though I'm like very grounded in what it is that I am doing, I also get this like knot in my stomach where I'm just like, okay, just breathe through it, sit through it, do all of that. So within my process, I play meditation music, and I just had that playing as white noise in the background. And then I'm going to sit and do some meditation, but also, as always, I always pray. I pray for God to guide me, to strengthen my voice, to ground me, because the work that I am doing is His work. So, yeah, and as long as I stay grounded in that, I'm always good and I'm always okay. And honestly, sometimes like the nervous thing is a good thing. It just means that I'm like, all right, we're excited. Where my anxiety and nervousness before was diabolical. Like I could not move with it. So yeah, I'm grateful that I'm here in this position. Always just pushing myself forward. The more that I do, the more that it just becomes second nature to me. And I'm obviously hoping for more of this than anything. So yeah, we're on the right track. We're taking the right steps to where it is that we want to be when it comes to pivoting and adding more speaking engagements to the business. So this is me pre-presentation, and then we'll get into it. This is what I'm wearing. I love these pants. They're from Levi's. Sorry. These are from Levi's. These are so cute. I'm just wearing like a little tube and then a throwover sweater because I'm going to be cold. But yeah, let's get it. I'm actually... Everyone's like in one corner. That's right.
That happened to make a copy. Set everything up here and everybody just gravitates there.
Is this like
Yeah.
your favorite spot? Yourself. Why is it that I take this approach to food, right? I take approach to food where I'm like, I like whole foods. I want to make sure that I'm looking at the ingredients because ingredients for me is very, very important. But I also love to have fun with my food, but I also tend to be in the kitchen a lot, busy to actually notice. So that means that they're stressed and they're actually not noticing their external stressors. If they're fatigued, they're tired, then that's something you want to prompt. Something else is that if they don't have the time to actually eat a full meal, you can also just make sure that they have small snacks with them, right? Small snacks go a long way than them sitting down having a huge meal that they know that they can't finish. So you don't want to force tossing and turning, or I'm going to project it out either from one end or the other, and that's it. And we don't want either of those, so if we can get them to have something 2 hours beforehand, their wind down alarm goes off, and they get that sound sleep, that's something that they can work on. Now with that wind down time, it's going to be something that they're going to ignore the first few days or weeks, but just hearing that alarm go off is going to put off a sensory in them to be like, shoot, I'm